So, welcome to another stream, and obviously, guys, it seems that the stock market don't want a red day, okay? It seems there is no red day for the stock market. As of now, the futures are looking up, everyone looking on the Federal Reserve, what they will do in their two-day meeting starting today. So this is very important because this will, determine if we will have another, crashy end of the week or we will have a positive end of the week. This will all depend on the wording, on what they said, on the economy and much more. We will talk about that, and also we will have a look into the agenda because there's some fantastic news and things to talk about. Okay, before that, I would appreciate if you thumb up, and don't forget, we are having a super interesting exclusive community here that you can join, our membership, where you have access to our Discord channel where the content continues and so much more. Check out the join button below all the videos and live streams. And today we will talk about obviously the breaking news that we had over the last couple of hours, and then we will go into the Apple event that actually I wanted to stream, but it seemed that there was some copyright issues that I used the Apple stream, and therefore it went down and now it's back up, but it's just half. So it's unfortunately I couldn't bring you the Apple event live. I'm so disappointed, but rules are rules, right? And therefore, let me also know in the comments where you are watching from. This is always interesting to see where you guys are watching from. And then we will dive into the Peloton event because they had another event. As you know, they just announced some numbers, the Q2 earnings, was it? And besides that, they had yesterday an event for investors and analysts. So also quite interesting to dive into that. And then also we will talk about Tesla and Virgin Galactic. So we have people here from Las Vegas. We have people here from what else? Israel, UK, Israel, Australia, Boston, US, Israel, Montreal, Canada, Romania, Chicago, Portugal, London, and UK. Thank you very much. So first, let's dive into the very most important topics. If you have $6 to $8 million spare, then definitely maybe this is something for you. They are auctioning a T-Rex skeleton head, a real one, okay? A real T-Rex fossil that will be, or currently is at the Crystal, I think it was Christie's auction house, and you will be able to get the 67 million old T-Rex specimen. So it's fantastic. I would love to have this at home. I mean, I'm super interested into this kind of things, if you have this kind of very, very rare things, but obviously they are super expensive. I don't have 6 to 8 million for that. Let me know if you would buy that, if you would have enough money. His name is, by the way, Stan. So Stan, nice to meet you, and super interesting because most of these skeletons are actually displayed in museums. So if you would have this at home, this would be absolutely mind-blowing, right? So let's dive further in. So the Fed is meeting today. The stocks in Europe are quite a little bit higher, as well as for the US futures, right? The S&P 500 is about 0.5%. Same goes for Dow Jones as well as Nasdaq. So as we can see, this will be quite interesting for the guys here at Wall Street, and we are expecting from the Fed to talk about a little bit, a few sentences about how they want to go with the inflation, maybe how long they want to keep the rates down, Obviously, as longer the rates are down, as higher goes the stocks, because money is cheap, companies and people can invest, and people are lending money also to invest as well. So this is like a big circle that's going on if the money is staying cheap, and obviously people are buying properties and so on and so forth. So inflation, on the other hand, is obviously not so good if we're having an increased inflation due all of this money that goes into the system, because the money will be just much less worth. So this means that sometime the prices for everything goes up, and your money doesn't worth so much because you don't get so much, and the problem is that the inflation actually is regulated also by things like salary increases, right? And I mean, in these hard times, everyone's saying Rona is here and you cannot get more out of the company and you cannot get more salary, and therefore this is obviously negative for the inflation, so inflation would go down. And people don't spend money, right? So if they don't spending money, the prices cannot go up, and so on and so forth. So it's a very complex horse that Jerome Powell is actually riding, but it's definitely something that this is maybe going on right now into the Fed headquarters. But let's further dive into something that we talked about yesterday. And if you want to go with me on a deep dive into this topic, then maybe check out this thumbnail on my channel. Okay, I made a huge vlog, a huge live stream, huge in terms of very fast, and I think I covered most of it, what you need to know. And it's just like 10-12 minutes, so really compact. So look for that if you want to know about more about this IPOB with Open Door. The IPOB is the second SPAC of Shamas, and actually he is reserved already IPOA, IPOB until IPOZ, and finally he wants to fulfill all of this 26 IPO SPAC companies over the next couple of years. So this will be quite interesting. I think that they are having a quite nice product. It's a very interesting market. So I really encourage you to have a look on this stream that I did yesterday, and you will have all the information that you will need, okay, and consider to invest into this company. Further, Nikola is crashing, guys. Nikola left about 40% of their stock price on the table, while they're getting heavily accused by Hindenburg Research. And Hindenburg Research is a short seller, and therefore, obviously they want to see Nikola is crashing, and they just released a report last Thursday, I think it was, where they said, a lot of this, what they are doing is fraud. The cars are not driving. The solar roof is not existing that they are claiming to have, because the solar system that they claiming should be bigger than the whole property that they have, so a lot of these things. And actually Trevor Milton started to give some comments, and he said yes, they are right, one or two trucks that they showed didn't drive themselves, so it's quite disappointing when a company needs to make this kind of false claims, because one time only you make this false claim and you are really dead for so many investors, guys. Okay, so for me, after all of this, I would never, I think, consider to invest into Nikola ever again. This is just a trust issue. Let me know in the comments what you think, guys, but I don't think that I could do it after such a scandal. Really, this is not fair for investors, not for people that trusting you the money and the funds. And therefore, I believe that this is absolutely a no-go. Okay, so if you like this stream so far, make sure to thumb up. This is always helping the stream. Follow me on Wolf of Dubai Danny. This is my Instagram account, and I continue there with stories, a little bit about my life. If you want to see, things about everything that I do, sometimes I just open my mind and put it into stories. So follow me there on Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny, and you will be part of my community over there as well. And don't miss anything that I post quickly over there. And beside that, I want to have a look. We have people from London, UK, Netherlands, Sophie, our member Mario Nugnes, from Italy. Then we have Rafael from Portugal, is also our regular. Same with Chris. Then we have Aaron from Annapolis, Maryland. Then we have Sophie Gist, also one of our regular from UK. And Laka Prika says, Nikola stock is bad, both fundamentally as well as technically. Bad for trading and bad for investment. Avoid at all costs. Yeah, I think that is something that people are thinking now. And therefore, Nikola will be having a very, 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 very hard time, okay, in the next couple of months. And then we have Peter Hepso, also one of our members from Norway, guys. Norway, as you know, has the biggest sovereign fund from all countries out there. So interesting also, lots of money through oil. Then the next big IPO is starting today, I think, with the ticker SNOW. You can buy some Snowflake, and this is, not, it's not what you think it is. It's a company that is working in data, and I think it's something that is quite interesting. Very high level and high profile investors are on that. But I will look, from the sidelines for now on this company, because I think that this IPOs can be sometimes quite volatile, and I want to see how they're doing quarter over quarter. Definitely something that I put on my watch list, but not buying directly at the IPO. So the stock price will be at $120 a share, which means it will raise at least almost $4 billion, guys. Okay, so this will be quite interesting. And further, let's dive into Apple. As I said yesterday, I wanted to stream it live. I started, and then YouTube decided that it was not allowed to stream this event. So unfortunately, it was taken down. But let's summarize it. Apple is having two more new hardware, the iPad Air and the Watch Series 6, guys. Okay, so and obviously the new iWatch or the new watch is actually getting more and more a healthy device, a healthy and fitness device. Apple also entering the fitness area, so you will have your watch on your wrist, and you can access a data area or an app where you can stream some content, and then you put and see your data, like heart rate, calories, and so on the screen. Doesn't matter if it's the iPhone or the iPad. So this is quite interesting. Let's see where they goes. And while this was announced, and I was talking with my members on Discord, the stock of Peloton was declining, and I think, and this all depends on your investments. Okay, if you're thinking long term, obviously I think that Peloton will survive this new enterer of the fitness world, because there's two different things, guys. With the Apple fitness area. It's basically, you know, streaming content and doing what they are doing. And Peloton has so much interaction, so much community. You know, you make high scores. If you're going to live sessions, then you know people are actually really you know, saying what you need to do. You know, you have to go faster. You know, they actually can interact with your bike, so actually they can say, you know, now we go a level harder, and then your bike is getting harder. And obviously Peloton is how to say, really having their bread and butter through the hardware, right? I mean, look at this. The bike's starting at $1,900. This is quite expensive, but you know, it comes with this huge screen and interconnection to the overall to the overall service and platform. So it's totally different concept than fitness by Apple for now. So I think that there's not big concerns long term. Okay, long term. Short term, I think maybe Peloton stock on a bad day can lose quite a percentage, and maybe then it's a great way or start to go into a position of Peloton out there. So I'm quite interested. Apple stock, I think, lost a bit after the presentation. You know, the expectations were huge, and I think the expectation was not that much, you know, fulfilled, and no iPhone was presented. You know, I think there will be a separate iPhone event, which I will look really much forward to. And then let's talk about some other stocks. But before that, make sure to smash that subscribe button and the ring button to my second channel, Wolf of Dubai 2. We start with content there with brand new shows and so on. Some shows that you know from the main channel will go to the second channel and so on, like for example Beyond Meat Mondays will go to the second channel. So I'm really looking forward to see you there. Make sure to subscribe already so you will not miss any episode starting shortly. And finally, let's talk about Tesla. It's just an amazing run. I think, you know, there is really much that going into Tesla anticipations towards battery day. This can be though a risk, right? I mean, if we will see not so interesting news, or the expectations are too much high, or people just use the event to sell afterwards, I think this could be you know, sell-off event after battery day. So I'm super convinced that this will be one of the best days that investors will have on the future of Tesla, because, you know, if you're looking at Tesla, there's really two main things: how you can bring the battery price down, and this will be unveiled on the battery day, I hope. And on the other side, you have to understand that there is lots and lots of a question how you can further scale, right? So these two things are very important for Tesla investors. And finally, let's talk about Virgin Galactic as well. Virgin Galactic is having also an uptick in the stock price, but I think this is just the general market. Obviously, we need to see how they will do in terms of news. Everyone waiting for the all in all new test flights, right? The test flights will be super important. New footage will come. We will definitely, you know, see which progression they do. Maybe we will know how the overall cabin looks, right? So then we will definitely prepare for the last test flight, and then, you know, the stock will hopefully skyrocket. So let's see. I'm with you together. This is one of my high conviction trades, as you know. And before we are closing for today, let's have a look into the comments. So people from Norway, yeah, Barcelona is in the house too. Danny, can you confirm that IPOB shares convert to open door shares? Yeah, so this will be happening soon. I don't know when and how, because obviously they will have a different valuation. But this is something that will be announced in the next couple of days. So definitely interesting to watch. Then we have another service together with Apple TV, news, music. Oh yeah, this was also announced yesterday at the stream of Apple that we will have a bundle. So service is very important for Apple to get this monthly payment from your pocket, and therefore they announced this bundles where you can have music, Apple TV, and for example iCloud or whatsoever, or a bundle with your family. This is very important. Then we have what else? Then we have people want to go to space. We have people from Merida, Mexico as well, and I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't forget to thumb up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny, because content continues there. And I wish you a very healthy mid of week and very successful day on the stock market. And I see you later with a brand new space vlog. So stay tuned and take care.